Situation 3. A simply supported beam of rectangular cross-section carries a distributed load of W sub O and a concentrated force of P. So number 1, calculate the maximum bending stress if P is equal to 12 kilonewton and WO is 3 kilonewton. So recall lang muna natin pag sinabing bending stress, so the bending stress would be equal to MC over I. Okay? So yung moment tapos yung distance ng ano natin, pag sinabing C, diba? Ito kunwari yung neutral axis. So yung C is yung location nung point na hinahanapan mo ng flexural stress. Halimbawa, itong fiber na to. So yung C9 is distance from the neutral axis. Okay? Pero kung gusto mo yung maximum, doon ka sa pinakadulo dapat. Yun yung pinakamalaki na C. Okay? Or sa kabilang dulo, no? Tapos yung I is the moment of inertia. Okay, pero bago yun, kailangan mo nating malaman yung, kasi maximum kailangan mo natin malaman yung maximum moment, no? In this case. So for the first problem, sabi niya, W daw is 3. Tapos yung P is 12. Okay, so kunin natin yung reaction. So pakita ko na lang sa calcu ha. Wag na. Isulat ko na para malinaw. So moment tayo sa A. We have, doon naman tayo sa uniformly distributed load. So that's 3 times buong length is 5. Yan na yun. Tapos yung moment arm niya is 5/2. Okay, clockwise yung rotation. And then we have 12. Moment arm is 4. So again, clockwise din. So etong distributed load, pababa kasi yan. So pag umikot yan dito, clockwise. Ito rin, clockwise. Tapos ito naman, counterclockwise. Yung reaction sa C. Reaction sa C, counterclockwise, moment arm is 5. So therefore, yung reaction sa C can be calculated. So we have 3 times 5 times 5 over 2 plus 12 times 4. That's all over 5. So that gives us 17.1. Okay, tapos syempre, meron din tayong reaction sa A. So para naman sa reaction sa A, mag-summation na lang ako ng forces. We have RA plus RC minus 3 times 5 minus 12. So that's 9.9. Ayan. Okay. So ngayon, pwede natin i-drawing yung shear diagram. Ayan. So, as you can see, meron ditong 9.9. Tapos, meron ibang kulay yung shear diagram. So, meron ditong 9.9. Tapos, bababa tayo ng no? Dahil dun sa uniform load. So, we have 9.9 minus 3 times 4 lang muna. Kasi meron ditong concentrated load sa B. So, hanggang 4 lang muna. So, that gives us negative 2.1. Nandito. Yeah. Okay. Tapos may concentrated load na 12, no? So bababa tayo ng 12. So 14.1. Ayan. Okay? And then for this from B to C, meron tayong area na 12 times 1, so minus 12. Rather, 3 pala. 3 times 1. So bababa tayo ng 3 times 1. So 3 yung magnitude ng W. So that's negative 17.1. And then lastly, dito sa part na to, meron tayong concentrated load na 17.1 upward. So this would be 0. Yan. So yung itsura ng ano natin, shear diagram. Okay, so in this scenario, we are only concerned with ano maximum moment kasi maximum bending stress yung hinahanap natin. And dito, halata na dito yung mangyayari. Okay, so ibig sabihin, kailangan natin itong malaman kung nasaan ito. Okay, kung yan ay x, itong kabila, we will call this 4 minus x. So again, by ratio and proportion, you can calculate that. So dito na lang sa gilid, x over 9.9 is equal to 2.1 lang ito ha. Ay sorry, 4 minus x pala muna. 4 minus x over 2.1. So ma-solve mo yung x. Okay, so that's 3.3. Okay? So from there, pwede na natin malaman ano yung maximum moment. So sabi ko nga kanina, parang ano, kung i-drawing mo pa yung moment diagram, no, bali ganito lang yan. Bali 0 dito yung moment, tapos magkakaroon lang yan ng value dito. Magkakaroon yan ng value dyan. At yan na yung maximum. No? Kasi after yan, ima-minus mo na to eh. Di ba? Area na to positive. So magpa-plus. Tapos pag lumagpas ka, ito negative. So bababa na yan. Tapos ito negative po. So bababa na yan. Maging 0. So ito na yung maximum yan. And yan ay area lang nito. Okay? So therefore, our maximum moment is 1/2 base na lang. 1/2 base times height na 9.9. So that gives us 1/2 base times height. That gives us 16.335. Okay? So we are now ready to calculate the bending stress. So the maximum bending stress would be equal to M, which is 16.335. Gawin nating Newton millimeter kasi ang goal ko dyan maging megapascal. Yung C natin, ito yung cross-section, di ba? Lakihan ko lang. Okay, so ito ay 400. Ito ay 120. So yung ano niya, neutral axis, since rectangle lang naman, nasa centroid, which is nasa gitna. Nandito sa gitna, no? So ibig sabihin, from the neutral axis, papunta doon sa... So mangyayari ang maximum bending stress sa extreme fiber dito, either sa top or sa bottom. Well, kahit saan naman, wala naman din in-specify kung maximum compressive or tension, no? So basta bending stress. So piliin lang natin yung mas malaking distance. In this case, parehas lang naman yon na 200. Okay? So therefore, this is times 200 MC over I. Tapos yung I naman natin, dahil rectangle lang yan, so BH cube over 12. So BH cube over 12. Ayan, okay? So lahat naman yan naka-millimeter tsaka naka-Newton millimeter, kaya magiging sagot mo na kagad dyan is megapascals. So that gives us 5.10 megapascals. Okay? So that's letter D. Next, calculate the maximum permissible P. O nga pala, no, bago tayo mag-proceed doon, another way of calculating the maximum moment is Kung ayaw mo i-drawing yung shear diagram, pero alam mo na somewhere dito yung maximum, ano niyan, maximum moment, pwede ka ulit mag-method of section. Ayan. Okay? So, pag nag-method of section tayo, kakat mo yan, isolate mo. Kunwari yun, kinat ko na, in-isolate ko na yung left. Meron ditong 9.9, tapos meron ditong uniform load na 3. Ayan. No? Tapos dito, may expose yung shear. Pero isa-set mo na 0 kasi hinahanap mo yung point of zero shear. Tapos kung yan ang point of zero shear, din lalabas, ito na yung maximum moment. Okay? Tapos ang gusto mong malaman, nasaan to? Kunyari, hindi mo alam. So, paano mo malalaman? Again, summation lang ng forces. So, we will have 9.9 upward, tapos downward yung 3 times x. So, lalabas sa x ay 3.3. Okay? Pag nakuha mo na yon, pwede ka naman mag-summation ng moment dito sa point na to. Let's say point O, or wag na lang O, point ano na lang, uh, point M na lang siguro. Point M, assuming counterclockwise positive. So, we will have 9.9 times x clockwise. Tapos we will have 3 times x times 3 x over 2. Kasi 'di ba kalahati lang ng ano netong x yung moment arm ng resultant netong uniform load. Tapos yan ay counterclockwise. Ito ay clockwise. Ito ay counterclockwise. And then counterclockwise yung M max. So therefore, yung M max dito, dapat same lang doon sa na-compute natin. Which is same nga lang, 16.335. Okay, pwede rin ganyan. Tapos pagkatapos ito, MC over I na ulit. Okay, pwedeng method of section, no? Okay, so that's for number one. Number two, calculate the maximum permissible P if the allowable bending stress is 10 megapascal and the uniform load is 3 kilonewton per meter. So pinapahanap yung maximum P. Okay? So dito naman, nangyayari dyan ganito. Kapag yung P natin, hindi ganun kalaki, na hindi ganun kalaki, ganito yung nangyayaring moment diagram, I mean shear diagram. So from reaction, tas yung point of zero shear mo, somewhere dito, no, somewhere dyan, or dito, or dito. Pero kapag yung P mo is large enough, ang magiging itsura mo ng moment diagram dyan is hanggang dito lang, tas biglang bababa. So ibig ko sabihin, yung point of zero shear mo is kung nasaan yung P mismo. Okay? Number two. Okay? If P is large enough, okay, maximum moment or location of zero shear will occur, okay, under P. So, ibig sabihin, ganito yung magiging itsura ng shear diagram dyan. Ganyan. So, nandito yung point of zero shear. Okay? And we want P to be as large as possible. Kasi di ba ang hinahanap natin is yung maximum P for a specific bending stress, no? Allowable bending stress. So parang sinasabi niya na yung FB allowable ay equal sa 10 megapascal. So ibig sabihin, yung actual na bending stress, no, actual na maximum, hindi dapat pwedeng lumagpas dyan sa 10 megapascal. Okay, so, and then ito ay MC over I. M, pero yung M mo, maximum, C over I. Okay, pero paano makukuha yung M max? No? So, how do I calculate that? First of all, let's calculate the reactions here and here. No? Um, Dahil alam naman natin na ito ay 3 kilonewton per meter at saka ang unknown lang is yung P. So hanapin natin yung reaction sa A at sa C in terms of P, no? So ito yung reaction sa A, ito yung reaction sa C. So ganun ulit, mag-moment tayo. Sa gilid lang muna natin yan. Okay, mag-moment tayo sa A. Okay, to solve for the reaction at C. So we have 3 times 5 times 5 over 2 clockwise. And then we have P times 4. But P is clockwise. And then we have the reaction at C, which is counterclockwise, so 5. So therefore, yung reaction sa C, pag kinompute natin yan, so this is 37.5. Okay, pero di-divide pa natin ng 5 eh. So magiging 7.5. So magiging 7.5 plus 4P over 5. Ayan. Yan yung reaction sa C. Okay? Tapos, actually, okay na to eh. Pwede mo rin makompute yung reaction sa, kung gusto mo compute yung reaction sa, okay din. Pero, we can stop here and we can now proceed with method of section. Ito na yung importance nun. So, para hindi na tayo magdodrawing ng moment diagram. Ang gagawin ko na, mag-method of section ako, tapos ang i-isolate ko, itong nasa kaliwa. Bakit yung nasa kaliwa? Kasi may yun yung meron akong reaction eh. Ito. Okay? So, doon tayo tumingin, no? So, kapag nag-section tayo doon, ito makikita natin, yung reaction sa C, na 7.5 plus 4P over 5. Tapos meron ditong uniform load na 3. Tapos meron din ditong concentrated load na P. Pero, sigurado tayo na nandyan yung point of zero shear. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, nandito yung maximum moment. Alright? So, mag-moment lang tayo dyan. So, dito naman. So, tawagin ko naman to na point B. Actually, point B talaga siya. So, let's take summation of moment at point B equal to 0, assuming counterclockwise positive. So, itong P, wala lang yan. So, unahin ko na to. So, we have 7.5 plus 4P over 5. Ang moment arm nun will be 1 meter. Kasi 1 meter lang to eh. So, 1 meter lang to. Okay? Tapos, yung 3 kilonewton per meter, multiply natin ng 1, tapos ang moment arm is 1 over 2. Okay, and that's clockwise. And then we have M max. Okay? So actually, before we can proceed here, we can calculate for the M max from this particular equation, no? So, kumpitin na natin M max. So, M max, yung C natin, as mentioned a while ago, is 200. Tapos yung I natin is BH cube over 12. So dapat yung M max mo hindi lalagpas ng, itong stress na to hindi lalagpas ng 10 megapascal. So nga pala, I want M max to be in kilonewton meter. So maglalagay na ako agad dito ng times 1 million, kagaya ng ginawa kanina. So lalabas ngayon, yung M max natin, hindi pwedeng lumagpas ng 10 times 120 times 400 cube over 12, over 200, over 1 million. So that's 32. Hindi pwedeng lumagpas ng 32 kilonewton meter. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, isa-set na lang natin to na 32 kilonewton meter and we can solve for P para malaman natin kung ano naman yung maximum P na po pwede. So, from this equation, we will have um, 7.5 plus 4p over 5 times 1 minus 3 times 1 times 1 half minus 32. And we can solve for p from here. So P would be 32.5. So P should not exceed 32.5 kilonewtons. Okay? So the answer here would be 32.5. Okay? So you might ask, sir, bakit hindi ganito? Bakit hindi natin inassume na ganito siya, na nandito yung point of zero shear? Ang point kasi is gusto natin maging as large as possible yung maximum moment. Yung maximum moment natin, kung ganito ang itsura, ang area lang na i-consider natin doon, ito lang. Triangle lang na ang height, what something, tapos meron kang length na maikli, no? Compared sa isasagad mo siya hanggang kung nasaan yung force P. So kung titingnan mo dito, yung itsura ng moment diagram nito, I mean yung shear diagram niya, ito yung area na i-consider mo to calculate the M max. Yan, no? Which is mas malaki compared dun sa triangle. So that's why we considered na nasa ilalim ng P yung maximum moment. Okay, para ma-maximize din yung magnitude ng P. Okay, so next, number 3, calculate the maximum permissible P if the allowable shear stress is 1.6 megapascal given yung W. So, based naman natin sa shear stress. So, ang shear stress naman, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ay horizontal shear stress. So, ito ay bending stress or flexural stress. So, kapag naman flexural shear stress, or minsan tinatawag natin na horizontal shear stress, okay, that is given as VQ over IB. Where V is the shear force, Q is the statical moment of area above or below a fiber with respect to the neutral axis. For example, gusto kong hanapin yung shear stress nito. Okay, ano yung shear stress sa fiber na yan? So, ang gagawin mo daw, yung Q na yon is kunin mo yung area above or below. So, kunwari, above yung gusto mong kunin. Tapos, i-moment mo from the neutral axis. Yung moment arm niya. From the neutral axis. Yung centroid na yan. Yan. So, yung Q ay equal sa area nito, area times yung Y. Okay? Tapos I is the moment of inertia and yung B naman is yung width ng fiber. Yan yung B. Kung ano yung lapad ng fiber na kinoconsider. Okay? And then, most of the time, nalalaman, for rectangular sections, yung maximum shear stress occurs at the neutral axis. No? Yung maximum shear stress occurs at the neutral axis. Alright? So, ngayon, identify natin. So, ano daw yung P para maximum yung, I mean, ano yung P para hindi lumagpas tayo sa allowable shear stress na 1.6. Okay, so first, do sa formula, number 3. Okay, so dapat yung VQ over IB hindi lalagpas sa 1.6. So una na kagad natin tignan, ano yung V? So ganito pa rin yung mangyayari, no? Na shear diagram natin. Yung V natin dyan na pinakamalaki, alin kayo mas malaki? Ito ba or ito? Dalawa lang naman, is either ito or ito. Well, actually, makikita kagad natin na mas malaki dapat to. Dito dapat yung Vmax. Bakit? Although hindi pa natin nakikita yung value, tandaan nyo to, mas malapit kasi yung applied force dun sa kanan. Kaya sigurado tayo, mas malaki yung reaction nito kaya compare dito. At nakita naman natin sa number 1. Sa number 1, di ba, tingnan nyo, yung reaction natin sa kaliwa, 9.9. Yung reaction natin sa kanan, 17.1. So lumalabas, yung shear force dito, pag kinumpare mo dito, mas malaki na sa kanan. Ang quick explanation nun is kasi yung P, mas malapit dun sa kanan. Ganun naman yun eh. Kung saan mas malapit yung force, dun mas malaki yung shear. So therefore, sure tayo na ito yung maximum shear. Kaya lang, ano yan? Ano yan? Hindi ba ginawa na natin yon? Ito yan eh. Saan na yun? RC. Ayun, ito. Ito yan. Yan din yun. No? Okay, so therefore, lumalabas na yung Vmax natin, 7.5 plus 4P over 5. Okay? Tapos yung Q, ano yung Q? So, ito, kunin natin yung section. Ito yung neutral axis. Nasa gitna. And sabi ko nga, dyan mo matatagpuan yung maximum shear kapag rectangular section. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ito yung fiber na kailangan nating makunan ng shear stress. Okay, so lumalabas ngayon, doon sa B, ito yung B. Yun yung haba ng fiber. Tapos, yung Q is yung moment of area above or below that fiber with respect to the neutral axis. So, ibig sabihin, kung above yung i-consider ko, ito, no? Yung centroid niya nandito, which is nasa, from the neutral axis, it is going to be, kasi 200 na lang to eh. So, ibig sabihin, 100 na lang to. Okay, so therefore, yung Q naman natin dyan will be yung area na itong above na to, which is 200 times 120. Tapos yung moment arm niya from the neutral axis ay 100. So, bali, ito yung A times Y. Okay, that's your Q. Tapos I, madali na yung I, yung B, okay na. So, ilagay na natin lahat. So, this will be 7.5 plus 4P over 5. Gawin natin tong kilonewton kasi talaga to eh. So, mag-multiply tayo ng 1,000. Tapos, yung Q natin ay 200 times 120 times 100 over I. Yung I natin is BH cubed over 12. Tapos, yung B natin is 120. And that should not exceed 1.6 megapascal. So dito, since naka-Newton and millimeter naman na to lahat, sure na tayo na megapascal yung magiging equivalent na units niyan. Kaya all we have to do is to calculate P from here. So P should not exceed. So cross-multiply lang naman yan lahat, tapos divide. So to 1.6 times 120 times 400 cubed over 12 times 120. Pag yan cross-multiply lahat, tapos divide pa natin ng nitong cube, 200 times 120 times 100. Sama na natin dito yung 1,000. Ayan. So ito ngayon yung ano natin, shear force. So sa part na to, ima-minus mo naman yung 7.5. Tapos cross-multiply 5 tsaka 4. So times 5 over 4. So lalabas na P ay 54.625. So yun yung maximum permissible. Okay? So, ang sagot natin dito would be 54.6 na hindi pwedeng lumagpas doon. So, well, ideally, yun yung sagot natin.